A burning bush, the voice of God, the command to go and bring them out. But Moses said, I can't. Moses said, I can't. Moses said, I can't. God
God spoke, as I raised my staff, he split the waters in two. And as the staff was lowered, the waters came down on the Egyptian soldiers, and every single one of the Egyptian soldiers drowned and died that day. And now we're on the other side of the Red Sea, and I want you to walk with me. I want you to take all your stuff, and we're going to go put it in what is going to be right next to the Promised Land, okay?
Where's the Promised Land?
I made this, so I don't need to put it down.
Hey, that was good seed. Hello.
So I don't need to put it down.
So regarding your project, we were so impressed and we are so blessed by your, device. What was your intention and what was your idea?
Well, when we first discussed doing Moses' story almost a year ago, we joked and said, if we do that, we'll have to part the Red Sea. And almost instantly, God put the thought in my head, if we used tarps, we could make a Red Sea cover the sanctuary with PVC pipes lifted from beneath, keep it level or almost level, and make it high enough to look impressive for them to pass through. So perhaps just give them for a moment a wonder and sensation that something powerful is happening around them. And maybe they could think of God's power as they walk through and think of Him.
Have you ever saw something like that before?
No, it just came to me. It was divinely inspired, and I tried to implement it as best we could.
And do you think it cost a lot of money or so, or
Surprisingly little, and it was as simple as we could think it up. Recyclable material.
what did you need for that?
We used 2 large blue tarps for the water and a few lengths of PVC pipe to keep the tarps flat and level as we lifted them up. We had to have at least 2 volunteers on each side to keep it level and make it actually function.
Right, but it looked like magic actually.
It's an illusion.
But I think many children or all children will never forget that because that was unique experience. And I actually, as an adult, I haven't experienced something like that. So I really appreciate it and thank you. And maybe I hope that the many churches could take the benefit from it, right?
But if the children look back at this with fond memories and enjoy this part of their life and this part of participating in church, and it was worth it. And maybe they'll attach that affection to God from their experience here.
Thank you so much.
Well,
thank you. You did a great job. So, Mickey, we were so blessed and impressed by your work, and I think you have many things to tell us, okay, about your project and about this amazing thing and about your future, maybe.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. We last year we did Joseph, and so I really felt like this year we needed, once the Israelites were into Egypt, we needed to get the Israelites out of Egypt. So since there wasn't any curriculum out there really to do that, we decided to go on our own. And
so you couldn't find something decent out there in the market?
No, couldn't find it. There wasn't any VBSs that were on, Moses and getting it that. We've been following Group's Marketplace curriculum, but they had chosen to go back into the New Testament. And so we felt that we wanted to finish the story, that the story was only half told. With Joseph getting them in, the other half had to be told. That how did they get out of Egypt?
Yeah, I think it's kind of astonishing and weird that we couldn't find this great material, right?
Yeah.
Wow. But at first it was disappointing, but then it turned out to be a blessing, right?
It was quite a blessing. We had a good time. And
what was the process in your brain?
The process in my brain,
yeah.
I don't know. Well, first of all, to set out and kind of to set out the storyline in the 5 days and to make each day focus on part of the story. And I really wanted the children to really experience what it was like to be there, to experience the power of God and His deliverance. And so that was our goal, to give them as much of that experience as we possibly could. Letting them put the blood over the doors and having the Passover meal and experiencing crossing the Red Sea. That was all, and experiencing, making bricks like the slaves would have made. It's all part of really immersing them in that time and in the story in a way different than just telling it.
And how could connect this Old Testament story to the story of Jesus?
Well, that was very easy because, the story of slavery in Egypt is the same kind of as our slavery to sin. And as the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, so we are slaves to sin. And just as the blood and the sacrifice as a lamb in the Passover protected them and saved them, the blood of Jesus saves us, and God's power to deliver them from that is God's power to deliver us from our sin, our slavery to sin.
And what was the response of children who were told?
They loved it. They were very excited. I think they really enjoyed it. They really got into the story, and it was really exciting to see the joy on their faces.
Yeah, and then what do you think? What was the role of music and song?
Well, music and song, that helps connect everything together, and part of what I wanted to do with the music too is to connect the Old Testament story we were studying with New Testament and with Jesus, and that connection to us as well. So tried to write some songs that would connect the two.
And also the device that divides the sea.
The device.
Yeah, the new device.
The Red Sea.
The Red Sea, yeah.
Red Sea and the sanctuary with the types.
I think that was gorgeous. That was the culmination of that VBS, right?
It was excellent. It was, there was the climax of the whole story. It helped really cement it in their minds, I think.
Right. They never forget. We'll never forget.
No, we'll never forget it either. No.
But that everything was actually, in your project, in your idea, right, from the beginning, right?
Yes, it was.
Man.
All up here in this head.
Hallelujah.
Now, I have a lot of wonderful people that are creative enough to come up. I never could have thought of how to make the Red Sea work in the sanctuary. But we had very creative people, and yourself to help writing the music and everything.
I think I had somehow, as I was told your project, I thought maybe you need some songs. That was the beginning. It took me a lot of time also, but it was also a blessing that I experienced God's inspiration, and I really appreciate that. And what is your next project then?
I don't know.
God only knows. Okay?
God only knows it, but it will come to us, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you.